Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Penn State Nittany Lions, Beaver Stadium in State College, Pennsylvania. As we'll see the number 22 team in the country, the Washington Huskies, taking on another team from the Big Ten, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Nittany Lions will put total leather to crank us up. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Washington's offense has the ball first today. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
Wants to fire on second down. But a little time, lets it go. Snagged out of the air. And he's wrestled to the ground. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Quickly complete. There he goes. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Completes it in the middle. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a fear. This new Big Ten is balanced and deep, and you're not going to get many mulligans. You're going to need to get off to a quick start.
And it's going to be a physical grind ahead. You look at the schedule for these teams, it's brutal. Each and every week, you're going to get tested. So it's important they get off to a really fast start. They've got to come out, pick everything they did on the practice field this offseason, and let these guys go play.
Yeah, and you got to let it rip, man, because that's always your first goal, right? We talk about the conference championships, winning your conference, and then it gets you to where you need to go. So looking forward to getting conference play kicked off in the Big Ten.
They're working that left side. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. It's complete to the right. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Finds the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. I thought white noise was supposed to be relaxing. This is deafening on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do, they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Got his man on the right. And the defense was right there to make the tackle, but not before they get it to the 12 and set up in the red zone. Wants to go up top on first down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Huskies.
And how about the job by this offense? This is not a scrub defense. This is a top 10 defense in college football. You got to take points whenever you can get them. Nice job putting the drive together, putting 6 on the board. No matter how it looks, you just got to keep fighting with this squad.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. So Penn State's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And what a performance this guy turned in last week. Spectacular in every aspect of the game, Jesse.
Well, I know one thing for sure. The quarterback is going to be looking his way early in this one. When you have a game like he did last time, your quarterback, you all of a sudden move up in priority in the pecking order for the guy throwing the football. So it's not going to surprise me early here if the quarterback looks his way, regardless of what the coverage is, based on what he showed last time out.
Yeah, and they were on the same page. It was fun to watch. I mean, you could tell he knew exactly where his guy was, putting up the multiple touchdowns. Like, it was a thing of beauty. Now, defensively, I also know that, and I know he's looking that way. So look forward to seeing the chess match with the defense and maybe ways they can take him away.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Open space at the 25.
Man, that's so frustrating. It happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver. In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much, got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Give to the running back. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. We've reached the break. Bow down to your leaders, Washington. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. They've swapped into the field, and we're ready to go in the second. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. He's looking downfield to throw. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
And the defense coming through with the first sack of the day. And I tell you what, this defense, they get so many negative plays, and they play so fast. Sometimes you think when you watch them on tape, they got 12 guys. Last week they pitched a shutout. This week playing a great ball again.
And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. He'll be knocked out of bounds right at the 40-yard line. Good pickup there. Let's see what they've got on second down. From the gun, running back gets to give. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. To the air on first down. Oh, they're after him. Hauls it in.
And as a defense, you're going to give up plays, and receivers are going to make nice catches, but it's your job to limit the damage. Great job by the defense. As soon as he catches the football, they get him on the ground. Don't allow any of those big plays after the catch.
Grab near the sticks. It's Gore. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. This Washington offense moving quickly down the field. They'll run it from the gun. Had to work to pick up 3 down to the 33-yard line. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Got him downfield. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. And the Huskies will have it 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Quarterback extends the play. Driving his way all the way down to the 3-yard line. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that. No gain on the play.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on the first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on 3rd down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. And it slips just inside that right upright. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, oh, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
They'll run play action. Here comes the heat. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose.
And those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again, and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Right down the middle. He makes the catch. They stop him short, and we'll have a big 4th down coming. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. The Nittany Lions will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. Slips through the line. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They've got it at the 36 on 1st and 10. He'll do it himself. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. The Huskies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Just when they're looking run, now up top. He's got it. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. Firing to the right, complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Back to pass. Here's a heat. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Third down play in the red zone, and this crowd is at fever pitch. They want to throw it. A little screen to the running back. And they stop him just short of the stick. It'll bring up the decision on 4th down.
A really good job by the defense understanding 3rd down, the situation of the game. I play a little bit deeper, take away the sticks, react to shorter. I got to go get him on the ground now. Nice job making the tackle, but playing the down and distance first, and now forcing a 4th down.
And this one sails through just inside that left upright. And that lead grows even bigger.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. The run to the right. Shut down in the backfield again, and that might do it here in the half. And what a way for this defense to wind up the quarter. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, one of the best environments in the game, and Happy Valley has given us a fun first half. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive, just like they do at
the discard, and he's running free. He is feeling it, a huge play, almost took it to the house, but they got him at the 24. Barely time to catch our breath after that one, and they've got it 1st and 10, threatening just outside the red zone. Looking downfield on 1st down. Pucks it out of the air. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. The Nittany Lions in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
And the Nittany Lions come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a 4th down stop. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass, and they forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
Didn't find a lot of room. Was given 2 out to the 20.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And I think this team knew going into halftime trailing, their defense was going to have to step up here in the second half. And on the very first play of the third quarter, they get a sack. That is good news for this defense.
Get it out on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Washington sends out the punt team. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Second down, they'll go to the air. He's got his man. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down.
I like the running back there on the route, the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Going over the top. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And at this point of the game, you just can't say enough about how good the defense has been covering this guy. Coming into the game, they knew he was the critical factor for this offense with his skill set, but they have really been able to shut him down. They force another incompletion down the field.
Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. They'll try the run. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Here comes the noise from this big crowd in Happy Valley on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. Now on fourth down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Grab near the marker. It's Church. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Leaves it with the running back. Brought down at the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 6. And the Huskies come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. Looking to throw for it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Gore. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. This Washington offense moving quickly down the field. These two guys just on the same wavelength. They make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. They go back to work in the final period of this one. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line?
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going. And you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
They'll keep it on the ground. Sweet cut there. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a first and goal. The Huskies kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Huskies.
Mano-a-mano, the offensive line gets it done, driving the defense back, creating an easy lane for that running back.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point right down the boulevard is there now, up 20 in the fourth. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. UMass needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with that crowd there and Amherst behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. They're trailing by 11 to Army. That's where things stand right now, and of course, if the script is flipped, you will hear about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He is complete. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. All kinds of room to the right. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He's able to sneak his way across the 20 and steps out at the 21. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. From the gun, the ground game. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Second down, he'll throw it. Under fire. Got the first down. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there, understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that first down.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Wants to throw on first down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Pressure got to the QB that time. He was trying to find his check down out of the backfield, but the hit forced the incompletion.
They're dealing with a second and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Got it in the middle. It's Gore. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Running back searching for a hole. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Great job by the offense there, getting the first down on the ground, staying in bounds too. So if you're on defense here, you might want to start thinking about using your timeouts. You've got 3 in your back pocket, but trailing, you've got to start using them.
To the ground with the back. Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Right back to the well. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The decibel meter's about to explode. One of the great environments, wide out level noise. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. He's got it. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10. The give to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Steps out of bounds just inside the 20. They'll mark it down at the 18. This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. They go to the ground. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11.
And this offense does it again on 3rd down. They have been so elite on 3rd down all game long. That's the money down. All the coaches talk about it every single time we meet with them. They've been brilliant at it. They've built the lead, and they've got a good chance to finish this one out if they keep that up.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed. Brought down at the 11 as he was trying to find enough room to take it back for the pick 6.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
He'll be forced out of bounds at the 15, and that gives them some more room to work. Still deep in their own territory, 2nd and 6 from the 15. Defense not showing press coverage. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Makes the grab. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the 1st down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. Pocket breaking down. Hit as he throws. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it. Here. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They'll run it from the gun. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Wouldn't be surprised to see them go right back to the run on 2nd down and maybe put this thing away. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. And the Huskies come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete. So here comes the field goal unit. They've been doing work today. They've already made a couple. There is no doubt, at this point in the game, this crowd knows how big this kick could be. No good. After the this field goal, this lead still sitting at 13. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Looking to throw on first down. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
This offense hasn't had a ton of success today. It's because I think of some of the issues in the passing game. They've never had the rhythm. Protection has been a bit spotty and iffy. Quarterback's got to raise his level of play.
Fires one high and deep. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. The offense gets the timeout. 12 ticks left on the clock. The Huskies with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Breaks into the open. The 30. The 20. Touchdown, Washington. He got a step and just dusted the field.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. And after this play, the cake will be baked. To the air on first down. Here's a throw downfield late. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence for them.
Yeah, and you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create momentum and continue to build on it. And then you look up at the end of the season, you never know where you could be, what dreams you could bring to reality.
At the end of the day, I think good teams find ways to win games. And over these last two games, it hasn't always been easy. They've had to overcome some adversity, but at the end of the day, they were able to step up, make the plays necessary, and do that. Very, very impressive.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Paul.